Jordan Cash's comments have literally turned into a Trump rally. Some people blame it on him, others think it's just the audience he's attracted in general. I never would have thought Americans could be so easily manipulated and controlled by the media, but apparently I was wrong. Not to mention, the media doesn't even report unbiased news anymore, but rather opinions. Yeah, it's sickening. Jordan Cash is a good YouTuber, but his comment section gets infested with pro-Trump supporters. It's just insane how many people will post shit like, "Keep voting Democrat, that's what you get." Not only was New York always a blue state, but it wasn't always like this, and people are so fast to scream Democrats did it. This is just another form of a derangement syndrome. I mean, do Republicans wake up to clogged toilets and automatically think it's Joe Biden's fault? First off, I'm not political, and definitely don't like left-wing politics. So let's get that out of the way. I'm just tired of these idiotic comments that make everything political no matter what. It's gotten so bad you see political bullshit on car videos. Even if the YouTubers are more or less geared to a certain demographic, people don't want to listen to political stuff when watching certain stuff. There's so much of these, it's surprising how much thumbs up they will also get. I think by now, most people know both parties are corrupted, and to assume voting will really make even a dent in the corrupted system is just flat out a delusion. Maybe some of these guys are still living in the 1950s. Who knows? Anyway, Jordan does a good job at reporting what the news won't and how bad it's gotten in New York City. I personally never heard him talk about politics. He talks about how corrupted and all the destruction going on in New York unchecked. Yes, it's bad, but so was the BLM riots in 2020. The Capitol stunt insurrection in 2021, and so many more unhinged crap during Donald Trump's administration. Is it right to blame everything on him? No. But this is exactly what the MAGA crowd does towards Joe Biden. These people sound exactly, or worse, than those they criticize who have Trump derangement syndrome. If you can't see the hypocrisy on your side, then you're living in a bubble. Those who want to divide the country have the gullible ones, all worked up for nothing. Here's the point. You must hold everyone accountable and not turn a blind eye. If you want your leaders to do what you want them to do, then you can't ever kiss their asses. Sadly, too many will do this, including the media for Donald Trump. Now, getting back to Jordan. Whether or not he's actually a Republican or Trump supporter should be irrelevant. He's exposing one of the largest cities in the world. Do you think because Trump Tower is located in New York, that automatically means he's a woke liberal? Of course not. You see, this is the idiocy that goes on in the comment section. It's gotten bad enough people really believe stuff like this, and even accuse Amazon sellers for being too liberal if something goes wrong with their order. It's possible YouTube is doing some of it. Their goal is to keep people on the platform as long as possible at any cost. Evidently, with the bots not being taken down. Now, if you make your entire life about politics, you must live a pretty sad life. Not everything is political, and not everything can be voted to magically fix your everyday problems. In the case of New York City, it's a combination of elected officials and big corporations like BlackRock that keep buying up all the properties, pricing many people out of affordable housing. Do you really think if Donald Trump gets back in all of this, will suddenly go away? Are you that dumb? Not to mention how many corporate giants he bailed out. I think it will take a crash for things to get better. I know it's not what people want to hear, but the corruption will continue for as long as someone continues to feed the parasites. People who live in this dreamland saying that everything was great under Donald Trump are dismissing the lockdowns, the printing of trillions, and businesses that were destroyed. Meanwhile, the corporate giants like Amazon, Walmart's, and McDonald's were allowed to operate normally. Since the pandemic happened during his term, it's not fair to say he caused it, and that's where derangement syndromes come from. Making everything political as you see is just ridiculous. I don't think Jordan is political. I could be wrong, but he probably won't check his fan base, because they are making him too much money at this point. I see this crap on a lot of channels. Tim Pool is just one of them, for example, but that's to be expected, him being a political commentator who claims he's a centrist. Guys like Scotty Kilmer, Jordan Cash, and Jeremiah Babe occasionally hint that they are more right-leaning, though that they don't make it their entire personas. It would be stupid of them to. However, it takes guts for the few who do come out and admit both sides are corrupted and are really the same bird with two wings. Why can't people just keep their beliefs to themselves and quit cheerleading for either side on channels that aren't political? It seems the more time goes on, the worse the internet is getting. You must understand, there are bad people in the world. People who will rob, steal, murder, rape, and do the worst things imaginable. You cannot single them out and say they are all Democrats doing it.